Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back at long last to another Expanse reaction video. So today we're going to be watching, reviewing, and reacting to Season 5, Episode 4 of The Expanse. Nala's ready to go, as you can see, as usual. The second I start talking, she jumps up here. So you guys have been seeing the past couple weeks, I've been doing some movie reactions. I started those and I'm really enjoying that process. I figured getting back into The Expanse, it'd be cool to just continue how I have been doing the movie reactions, which is basically these demon hours, middle of the night filming sessions. With my health stuff, I sometimes have a lot of trouble sleeping at night, have major insomnia issues, and like a lot of pain going on at the night, so sleep doesn't go so well. And I end up waking up and just sitting around, so I'm like, why not take that time? It's a perfect time to just sit down with some blankets and pillows and my kitties and you guys and watch some good stuff and try to film it, right? Worked out pretty well with the movies, so that's what we're going to be doing here. Alright, past few days, I've taken the opportunity to go back and watch episodes 1 through 3 of Season 5 so that I'm right back into the mix of all of it and ready to go. I'm really pumped to get back into this, you know. It got to a point with me where I was almost kind of dreading getting back into doing these reactions because I love this show so much, but I felt so much, I guess, pressure and guilt about having stepped away from it, about not necessarily being able to keep to a good schedule with TV series, and I'm still concerned about that going forward. But as soon as I started watching those 3 episodes, rewatching them and getting back into it, I was like, all right, I've missed this. I'm excited to see the rest of this season. So tonight I'm definitely gonna watch episode 4, and then first this will go up on my Patreon for extended early access tier, and then early access tier will get it, and then eventually it'll be on YouTube. Episode 3 will be going up on YouTube. I've been holding that one off on YouTube this whole time, even though it's been on Patreon, because Patreon always gets episodes ahead of time is my rule, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm hoping that if I'm feeling up to it, I'll also do episode 5 tonight, and then I can have the extra early access people get 2 episodes at once, and then we'll go from there. So, gonna do what we can. Hopefully we can get through 2 of them tonight, and then we'll be continuing forward. Hopefully next week we'll be able to do at least 1 more and continue on from there. I'm gonna be getting my second COVID vaccine shot actually tomorrow, technically today, but tomorrow during the afternoon, so I'm hoping we won't get too sick from that. But another reason that I want to get these done with tonight, so just in case I'm laid up for a couple of days. But alright, let's not waste any more time, especially since episode 3 ends with a classic Expanse cliffhanger, with Marco's plan kind of coming to fruition and one of these camouflaged meteorite pieces coming down and actually hitting the earth. So big things about to go down, I'm sure, on The Expanse. Episode 4 of Season 5. Here we go. You have to be specific.
Be careful with that. Jacket too, sir. Welcome to the pit.
How many levels underground is this going? The pit.
Please follow me.
Does that say 10? These are they 10 levels underground? Yeah.
Stay on the line. Civilians aren't usually.
Amos would 100% rather be dead than be in this situation.
Hey, Peaches. People like us, the things we do, it's not just on us. This world is messed up, and it can mess you up. I was lucky.
Lucky.
I had somebody that helped me.
you come here? To help me?
I guess I did.
You can't. No one can. Not every stain comes out.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Lockdown.
Why?
I don't know.
Another meteor just hit. A lot closer to them,
I don't
I'm
give a
guessing.
shit who he is with. I want you to pull. Listen to me. I need you to do exactly as I say.
Ma'am, this is Chef Casey on UN1.
I know who I fucking called. You fattened me up for years with macarons.
Oh my god.
Listen.
Perfect, because she knows her actual staff. She knew all her staff, so...
Nancy, you have to listen to me, please.
God damn it, sir. I'm sorry she made me.
The rocks crashing down on Earth are covered in Martian stealth composites. That's why our spotters cannot see them.
Why would Mars?
It's not Mars. It's
Marco and Aros.
Yes, and I can prove it. But right now, you have to trust me.
What do you recommend?
The Watchtower satellites are the only thing we have that can penetrate stealth. You have to link them to the spotters. That's the best chance to destroy any more rocks that are on the way.
How many more are there?
I don't know, which is why you have to act immediately.
Retask the Watchtowers and the Sentinels.
yeah.
Thank you. You may have just saved millions.
That's all that matters.
I've always admired your persistence.
Think of it as perseverance.
I'll bet you do.
Leon, get down! Oh my god.
Are you fucking shitting me right now? She's dead? She's...
Keep this section clear.
She finally listened to Officer Allah. She was doing what needed to be done. She got the severity of it, and she's fucking dead. And now the leadership of Earth is dead. This music is...
They're firing at us! We need medics! Well, the whole net is down. We need to get into gravity.
Oh no, no.
Stop that.
The proto-molecule?
Get into gravity.
Jesus. Not Holden losing to the robot. Let's go, Monica! I saved your ass, Holden. Jesus. They got the... Jesus. He died.
deserved to finish what he was building.
Jesus.
Target has been eliminated.
Let's just never doubt her again, please.
It's everything we ever dreamed of.
You murdered millions. Innocent people.
I freed all people
Are you
and returned the dignity to the belt that the Inners denied us for generations. We have taken back our place in this system and shown our oppressors a strength they never thought possible. The future of the belt has begun.
You put blood on our son's hands, just like you did to me.
He did not make me do anything. I was proud to do my part.
Atmospheres, the vacuum, the ring gates, and the ring worlds belong to
Wow.
the belt, to belters.
With the opening of the alien gates, we are at a crossroads in human history. Already we are seeing how of the Free Navy, the society and culture of the belt will begin again and remake humanity without the corruption, greed, and hatred that the inner planets could not transcend. We will take what is ours by right, yes, but more than that, we will lead the belt to a new, better form, a more human form. Citizens of the belt, Beratnas, rise up now. Enjoy and glorious resolve. This day is ours. Tomorrow is ours. The future of humanity is ours. Today and forevermore, we are free.
Okay, well, that was episode 4. I'm a little bit speechless at the moment. Obviously one of my kitties is not speechless. Sorry, you guys can hear her in the background meowing, but I really don't know what to say in response to that episode. That whole episode was absolutely full of madness. That has to be one of the top episodes of The Expanse of all time. That has to be up there in the top episodes of the show, the whole show. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with everything that happened and just the way that the episode itself was constructed between the music and the impact of that whole last series of scenes when Marco is giving that speech and it's flashing back and forth between him and the people on the ship with him and between everybody else in their respective locations just like in stunned silence watching him, and then Naomi in that room just tears streaming down her face. And Fred's calm just floating there. I can't believe they just killed Fred. They just killed Fred. I can't believe that just happened. I mean, I know in an episode full of like pure madness and multiple meteors hitting Earth and Earth being under attack and their whole government being wiped out, basically, with the exception of a couple people on Luna, thankfully Avasarala there, but like it's not the craziest thing to happen in the episode, but it's insane to me. They just killed Fred like that. And I guess, you know, this show has a track record of making episodes like their episode 4 or 5 in a season be absolute madness, where incredibly over the top, intense things happen. So I shouldn't be shocked, but I did not expect them to kill Fred there. I did not expect that. And even when he got shot, like, I was shocked and I was like freaking out, but then he was still alive, and then Holden was like, get him to gravity, and I'm like, okay. And then I was more focused on Holden's going after and trying to stop this proto-molecule thief, and then they just flash up to him being dead, and I'm just, what the fuck just happened? And then with Gao, you know, Avasarala's been trying so hard throughout this entire season so far to convince people of the legitimate threat that Marco poses and that he's planning something, and everyone's not only just ignoring her, but just, as we saw in the beginning of this episode, just have blacklisted her basically so that she can't even get in contact to say her point of view. But then, because she's this person that always, you know, works with her staff members, she has these connections with the people that maybe a lot of people would just ignore as service members, then she's able to get a message across, and that message ultimately ends up saving them from having way more people die, because in that moment, at least, you know, Nancy Gao was able to realize, yes, I actually, you know, we've had our differences, but I was wrong and I need to listen to her and take her advice, and she snapped to action and she did it, but then she fucking died immediately after that. So Avasarala saves a lot more lives, and like I was saying, people better just listen to her going forward, because she knows what she's talking about clearly, but absolute madness. And of course, Amos is in this underground prison, and even the top of, I guess, the ceiling, which is just a floor many floors down, of the cell he was in with Clarissa, is cracking under the weight of one of these meteors striking. So who knows what their situation is going to be after this. Meanwhile, Naomi is finally, you know, face to face with Marco, and I just felt so bad for her in that moment when he's giving his speech and they're showing her in the scene, because this is like the culmination of everything that she had dreaded and been afraid of for so long, and is like the reason that she left him, and Philip, the reason that she was going away from that, because of the idea of that he was so radical that he wanted to force her to take part in his killings, and he did manipulate her into taking part in killing people, and she didn't want that to be her life. She also didn't want that to be her son's life, but then he was taken, and then to see not only is her son fully like brought in and on board with this, and here he is, but he's succeeding at doing it on like a bigger level than she possibly could have ever imagined. And she's stuck there, not just witnessing it and not able to do anything. It's like her whole nightmare brought to life. And I don't know what she's gonna do in that situation. I'm really curious to see that dynamic play out, though, honestly. I mean, the actor that they have to play Marco is extremely compelling presence. I mean, I can't lie. He's so dynamic. Like, I couldn't take my eyes off him, and it was riveting when he was giving his little speech there, despite how fucked up the entire situation is and how insane he is. I'm curious about the family dynamic of what's going to be happening, though, going forward. Now Naomi is there, and you saw, like, you can see, obviously he is a very manipulative person. He can convince people to follow him, come to his will, but then he's got, like, you saw what he said to Philip there, how he just kind of turned into this vicious kind of cruel put down on him, and Philip's face just fell when he's like, oh, well, I guess I thought he was a man, but I guess he still needs his mother. Just one of these manipulator sort of situations where they they build you up and then they tear you down, and then they build you up again and then they tear you down again in such a way that you crave the positive reinforcement of when they actually praise you and build you up so much, and that you put up with the bullshit of when they're tearing you down like that. And that's, yeah. But I guess one other thing I just want to quickly touch upon, and then I really want to keep going and see the next episode, so I'm going to wrap it up after that, is that one thing that it seems like they're really delving into this season, and you saw this with Amos, you know, going back to Baltimore, but really the things he was talking about with Clarissa, with what we're seeing with the situation on Earth, it seems like the idea of everything that, especially that conversation with Bobby and Alex, this episode at the beginning, it seems like the idea of grief and loss and how you can process that, and not just as it applies to people that you love, but also as it applies to your dreams about, say, your idealism about your country or your world, things you believed in, or your dreams about who you were and the life you thought you were going to live, all of that, the grief and the way of processing losing that and dealing with your current reality seems like it's a theme that's been running through the season so far, and I've been really interested to see the ways that they're applying that now. And you could see it with Avasarala trying to cope with losing the influence and authority she had, with Clarissa in there talking about what her life has become now, and Amos kind of reflecting on that, and with his personal loss of one of the few people that he had felt a real attachment to. Now Naomi, what she's processing here, being back with them and having to have had the loss of being able to raise her child, and now like literally Fred dying, and I just, there's a lot, so I'm going to be interested to see how that continues to develop too. But all right, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here, this discussion, so that I can get into episode 5, because I really want to keep going. But thank you guys so much for joining me and for coming back with me to The Expanse Season 5. That was an insane episode, absolutely insane. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.